Justin Nelson here with the Icon Podcast. Thanks again for tuning in. I am still in Mexico during this week, and I am super excited to have Victor on with us today, another Icon agent within the eXP system, to share some more tips, tricks, and tools, and a little bit about his journey over to eXP, all the pros, all the cons, everything in between. So, Victor, welcome to the podcast, man.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys having me, man. Hopefully I can give you guys some type of nuggets. Appreciate y'all interviewing me and asking me to come on.
I love it, man. I love it. Well, it looks like I'm in Mexico. It looks like, where are you at? San Francisco in the background?
Yeah, I'm actually in Austin, Texas right now, outside of Austin, Georgetown. But
okay.
Yeah, San Francisco background.
I love it. I love it. I have some friends from Georgetown, so kind of very familiar with that area.
We're getting some referrals right now after we hang up.
Absolutely. I love it. So just to kind of start off on the right foot, if you guys got any referrals for Austin, Texas, Victor's your man. We'll have his description and everything we talk about below the podcast description and the video. So, Victor, I'm going to tell you, man, I don't know a lot about you. I've heard some things from the eXP world that were all really, really good about you and your business and how you're growing it to be an Icon agent. So we're going to cover the Icon agent stuff later. But I'd love just to, learn a little bit more about you, kind of give us your elevator pitch of who you are and what you're up to these days with the real estate side.
Yeah, you know what? This year, of course, has been weird with 2020, all that's been going on. I operate out of the El Paso market, El Paso, Texas. I have a real estate team there. It just so happened in between this COVID, we didn't know it was going to happen, but my wife got a position, with a law firm here in Austin that's why we made the transition over to Austin. Being licensed in Texas, I can go back and forth with El Paso. I have the El Paso engine running. I have some amazing agents on my team helping me there. And really, I'm here in Austin now trying to get the business going. But a lot of super agents here in Austin. Real competitive. And I'm just having to go back to basics. I've been doing this for, I said like 19 years. New home sales, I started with a top builder that actually is here in Georgetown, also in Austin, that I teamed up with again. And, did new home sales for 4 years total. Represented, actually, been doing this for 19 years. So in between, I was a new home sales rep for 4 years with a top builder, and have represented some other top builders from El Paso also, and now hoping to bring that over here to Austin and get going with some new construction and top builders here. But other than that, that's really it. I've been in this game for quite a while, so I've been through the ups and downs. The market that in 2009 when the market did, it crashed till now, where it seems like it's a great market, but are we headed for another dip pretty soon? So, so I don't know what else I could.
I love it. I love it. So have you been at eXP your entire career? Or, I'm assuming not with the experience you have. So talk to me a little bit about your new home sales. Were you at a different brokerage prior to eXP, or what did that transition look like for you?
Yeah, you know what? I was before eXP, I was at eXP's, I was at Keller Williams for a while. Actually, let me backtrack. I was at a couple a local builder, a local realty company in El Paso, and then from there I transitioned over to Keller Williams. Spent a total of 2 years at Keller Williams. At the same time, I had some people reach out to me, via Messenger, trying to talk to me about eXP, and I never paid much attention to it. And I wish I would have, especially now the stock is kicking some butt. This was probably going about 3 years ago. I would have been 3 years ahead of the game, approximately. And I wish I would have listened. I didn't listen. I kind of blew it off. I was like, eXP, what is that? I remember cracking some jokes on it. And next thing you know, hey, lo and behold, met some great top agents. I'm part of an organization called NAREP. And I went to NAREP last year in San Diego, and I met a gentleman, and his name's Brad Fairman. And we started talking outside of Mastermind, and he was with eXP. We stayed in touch. At the same time, some other top agents that I knew were going to be making a move. So I started paying attention to eXP. I started hearing a lot about eXP. And from there, I just liked what I saw, where this company was headed, and I think I told myself I better jump on board now. I don't want to miss the train.
No, I love
I came over to eXp.
I love that, man. So was there anything, as you obviously probably looked at the model, you'd been hit up a lot of times for the model. Was there any like one thing, even if it's different from what you like at eXp today, what was the one thing that originally you were like, I'm going there today because of that?
Ah, that's a great question. One thing I did like is I had access to some amazing agents right away where I didn't have to pay $1,000 a month for coaching. I had a coach at one of my last brokerages I was at, and but I was paying $1,000 a month. I don't like that. Also, I know you got to be sometimes at the right place at the right time, and I just see that with the XP. That's probably what come to mind. Hey, I want to get in with that company now and take advantage of that stock options, and kind of like Amazon. I wish I could have gone to Amazon, right? I looked at the stock the other day. I think it was, anywhere about $3,000. I wish I could have gone to that at the beginning. So that's where I see kind of eXp going, especially with the Verbella now, the technology. So that's kind of what caught my attention. And and really the top agents that are moving over, from every company you can think of, all these top agents are moving over. That's what really caught my attention.
Oh, I love that. So now that you've been here for a while, is there anything that since you're here, you're like, whoa, I didn't know anything about that when I made the move, but it's life changing in terms of financials, culture? Like, what is that for you?
Uh, I'm still learning every day. I mean, from being in workplace, I've gotten a couple of nuggets just from the CRM for Dummies, talking to other agents or just going in and seeing conversations, that has helped. Instead of having to spend that money on lead gen systems, now, we have it, all these agents are sharing all their tools and their knowledge with any agent that basically wants to access the workplace, for example. That's just one of the things. It just, there's so many tools that eXp has that I haven't even tapped yet, and I'm trying to, so I can help better my team. Because I have some new agents on my team also, so we're going to have to train them and get them going. And with eXp, it provides that. Speaking to all these mega agents out there, they're going to now give these nuggets. I can definitely reach out and call Chris Bear or Brad Fairman or Brent Gove, and these guys are going to give you the knowledge, and they're not going to charge me for it. It's just.
Love that. Yeah, no, I love that, man. It's that a partnership that you're able to do. So talk to me a little bit about Icon. Like when you moved to eXp, did you know about the Icon Award? Did you know what it offered? Or was it when you were here, you're like, oh, I'm going to hit that. Now I need to look into what it is.
I knew I knew it was a top like for top producers, or, once you reached a top producer. And I had heard about Icon, or I had seen things on Facebook when they had the seminar, I guess, Icon, yep. I don't know the name of it, but forgive me, but XCon or Icon, whatever. Anyways, I had seen that, so I was like, what is Icon? And I started asking. I asked Brad, hey, man, what's Icon? And he goes, yeah, you're an Icon agent. Chris was, you're an Icon agent. You're going to get there. And I hit it, and I was like, hey, I'm getting all these emails and, stock, and I've already got the stock. So that's beautiful. Seeing that go up daily has been nice. So that's motivating, because now, it's like I'm 100%. I'm 100%. Now I'm getting my cap that I paid back in the form of stock, and then you're seeing the stock rise. So that's cool. It's.
I love that. I love that, man. So if anybody's listening here and they're thinking about partnering with you or just anybody at eXp, and they haven't looked at what the Icon means, like, what would you tell them? Would you say it's critical for them to at least have a look at what the Icon means?
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, you're coming into this real estate business. I mean, the market across the board, it's a great market right now. So every agent that I know of that I'm talking to are, they're producing. producing, they're selling and closing homes, it's attainable to hit icon. It's not something where, oh, you got to be a mega agent to do this. No, you can be I don't want to say an average, but you can be a normal agent out there, and if you just follow the systems and you get some good mentors and some good training, you can hit icon. Anybody can hit icon.
I love that. I love that. So tell me this, as you're hitting icon, like, what would you say, like, what steps and what struggles did you have before making the move over to eXp? Like, what was probably something that almost prevented you from making the move, even if it was like a myth?
One thing that almost prevented me from making the move over was not necessarily eXp. It's all the fuss when you got to change brokerages and you got to deal with deals transferring, well, not transferring over, but listings transferring over, and then contracts in between being written, and then new signage and all the transition things that you have to go through. That's probably the biggest turnoff, if anything. Then you got to deal with, brokers on the opposite end, or the brokerage are trying to leave to keep you, and then they're trying to, entice you to, hey, well, whatever, we'll pay your advertising. So it's tough. And then when you have a team, it's a little bit tougher, because then you got to go talk to your team and now explain to them, hey, we're going to be moving to another brokerage, and then you got to get all their ducks in line. And so now what I tell agents is, look, it's never going to be smooth. It's going to be a couple of bumps along the way. But once you make the move to eXp, it's well worth it.
I love
that. I'm talking to agents that I'm trying to bring over now for a couple other agencies, and they're having the same question, and I'm telling them, look, hey, it's not going to be smooth, unfortunately, but it's worth the transition.
Yeah, so tell me a little bit about, on that same note, you moved from El Paso to Austin, and your team's still running in both locations. What benefits has eXp allowed you to be able to still work in both locations without all the headache of being at two different brokerages at the same time?
That's a great question, and that was part of my, now that you're asking me this question, that was part of my transition also to eXp, because with the other brokerage, I won't mention their name, but I was going to have to pay 2 caps. And even if they were going to pay, help me with one of the caps, I was still going to pay 2 caps, along with, of course, I'm having to join the boards for both real cities, Austin and El Paso. But now saving the money on the caps were probably the biggest ones. When I saw that in eXp in the state of Texas, you're under just one cloud, that really was a no-brainer for me. I was like, okay, keep, $22,000 more in my pocket, or dish out $22,000 more. And that was actually probably the deciding factor at last. I go, yep, I'm out of here. And I felt bad because they helped me here in, when I signed up here in Austin for this company, they helped me a lot. The team leader and some of the people there, and I felt bad leaving. But in the end, $22,000 more in my pocket for my family was a deciding factor. And yes, eXp allows that. You're say you're operating in Texas, you're under one cloud. You're not going to have to pay all those different brokerages. So that was nice.
Yeah, I love that. And so you obviously had a team at the time. How did that transition look? I know you said there'd be bumps in the road. Like, did any of your team members leave? Did they all stay? Like, what does that look like for you? Because there's people listening going, man, I'm scared. And that's the only thing that may be holding them back.
You know what? With anything, having a team, I've learned, I used to take it personal when people leave your team. But as I'm growing, I have other friends that have large teams, I've learned from them. It's going to happen. Most of the time you want all your team members to stay, but eventually, the ones that are top producers also in the making, they're going to go ahead and they're going to end up leaving eventually, because they're going to want to fly on their own, and we get that. So now I don't take it as personal. I try, I want everybody to stay with me, and most of the time, they do. They do. I've had agents, stay with me, 3 to 5 years, and now I'm not. can I tell you, I don't want to say, I'm not begging the agents to stay, you know, I hope I'm providing value so they can stay with me, but at the same time, um, you know, good thing is we have agents reaching out to join the team in El Paso. In Austin, I'm already getting going, so I'm literally my own agent here. I haven't really tried building a team as I'm just getting the business going here. And, you know, unfortunately, COVID didn't help also these past couple of months. So, but yes, eXp provides.
I love it.
Yeah, definitely.
I love it, man. So for if anybody's listening and they like align with your style, your energy, what you got going on, especially in your local markets, or even really anywhere in the United States, like where can they learn more from you and figure out how they can align with you at eXp?
Yeah, definitely. They can reach me at, my email is victor@victor-alonzo.com. They can also reach me at area code 915-276-4639. I'm also on Facebook. You know, I know a lot of us use social media. I'm on Facebook, eXp Workplace. I had to get WhatsApp now. I have some clients asking me, do you have WhatsApp? I'm like, I don't have WhatsApp, but hey, whatever. You know, so I think I got everything. I got GroupMe, you know, I got every social media. I'm happy to give any, you know, nuggets that I can possibly give to any agents starting off or any agents already coming on or wanting to transition to eXp. Anything I can do, if I can just give you one good thing, hey, I'm here.
No, I love that, man. So if there was like one, do you have any like surprises about eXp that you found in terms of things that just like were surprising and something you didn't know about? I know you hit on one earlier, but like anything that's like kind of wowed you, like customer service wise, transaction wise, payment processing wise, anything that you were like, wow, I didn't know that that could be this good after coming from a different brokerage that may have been different.
Probably the revenue share. The revenue share was amazing. I used to get profit share, and that's at the market center profited, and my profit sharing checks weren't that great. And now I see my revenue sharing checks, and I'm kind of like, hey, I can pay my car for this month. I can pay for this month, you know, for our kids' swimming lessons or what, you know, whatever, just to help out. And it's nice, that revenue share. I really didn't think about it. I got the system, I saw the stock, but I really didn't do the math and all. And then I got the eXp, the revenue share calculator.
Yeah.
I had the link, believe it or not, for a couple Chris Bear had sent to me, and I had all these links, but I had never really looked at it. I started plugging in the name, the numbers, and I started going low just on, hey, if an agent, you bring in 2 agents, you show them about eXp, and then they show 2 agents about eXp, and how much you could possibly make off revenue share for that year.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. So you're telling me you didn't come to eXp just for the revenue share. That was a bonus that you ran into.
Yeah, I really didn't. You know why? I think because I was let down on profit share with my other company. Mm-hmm. So profit share to me was really, you know, okay, great. I'll fill up my tank of gas this month. It's nice.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I visualized revenue share. I really didn't, you know, study it too much and think, okay, you know, this could really help. And now I'm like, hey, I'm liking these revenue share checks.
Mm-hmm. No,
that was important to me. I didn't come for the revenue share. Now I see where I need to start building the revenue share and where the possibility will lead to. So that's kind of exciting now.
I love that. I love that. So for anybody that's listening here, I'd love to kind of get your, you know, what are your goals with eXp over the next 6 months? Like, what are you most excited about in your business today that you weren't 6 months ago?
Again, a little bit on the revenue share. You know, I'm gonna build a team here in Austin. You know, get probably the next one I'm looking for is just get a buyer's agent going and start building the team here. At the same time, we're adding on to our team in El Paso, bringing on a couple of great agents, good agents, I should say, and going to train them. So then that way, all my team can basically benefit from the revenue share. You know, a couple of them are now, you know, they've gotten some revenue share and they're kind of excited also. Like, hey, this could really work. You know, this could really, yeah, you know, we don't want to be selling real estate our whole lives. You know, I want to be able to be on the beach with you right now in Cancun and
I love that. I won't give away too many hints, but my rev share may have paid for this vacation. So,
hey, that's amazing, man. That's what we're trying to get to. So
I love it.
Exciting. The stock's exciting. Also, the market centers that are opening up.
Yep.
Mexico is going to be opening up soon. So I'm talking to some agents now that have agents and friends in Mexico that want to do real estate or are doing real estate. So we could be selling real estate in Mexico.
I know.
And all these others, Canada also.
You just gave me an idea, Victor.
So yeah, that's pretty
You just gave me an idea. I might have to expense this as a recruiting trip. I'm in Mexico.
Hey,
so.
there you go, man. There you go. That's
Genius. Genius. There you go. Talk to Victor for 5 minutes and you save thousands of dollars. I like it. So
yeah, there you go, man. You're already there. So hey, all you got to do is look up a couple companies,
I like it.
Top producers, and save some money.
I love it, man. Well, Victor, as we wrap up here, I just wanted to say thank you for being on here. But before we go, I want you, what is like your 1 to 2 to 3 sentence thing that you would tell a big producer, maybe with an ego, because that was me back in the day. Like my ego prevented me from thinking or even giving eXp a chance. What would you tell them right now that they need to do to at least even take a look at the eXp model? And like, what would you tell them?
Take the words out of my mouth. Really take a look at the model, watch the video. I sent out a video from Brent Gove. I usually send out the model explained. Really open to listen. Don't hear people on the outside where they're telling you, hey, it's a pyramid and things of that sort. Because it's not. If you really stop and look at the stock and all these top producers that are moving over, why are they moving over? That's amazing. That's telling you something there. Not just from one of our, competing brokers, but major other brokerages that are coming over. And that's the thing that you got to stop and look at. What is eXp doing? Look at the stock. Numbers don't lie. Get on, whatever it is, and check out the stock. So that's what I do. You really, really consider.
I love it. So, man, I'm going to put down below everywhere everybody can reach out to you. But I just wanted to say I appreciate you jumping on here. And it's always a pleasure to get to pick the brains of the top 2% of eXp.
Hey, I appreciate you having me. Hopefully we can do this soon again. Next time, maybe we can do it there in Cancun on the beach and sipping a margarita or something.
I love it, man. I love it. Well, as always, guys, if you want to reach out to Victor, whether you're sending him real estate referrals, whether you're wanting to align with him at eXp, all of his information, email, phone number will be below. And with that being said, Victor, I really appreciate you being on today.
Appreciate you, man. You enjoy yourself out there. What's that expense?
I love it. With that being said, we're signing off from the Rycon podcast today. Until next time, have a great rest of your week.
Thank you, man. Enjoy. Take care.